Welcome back to Coinverse Hub. Today's coin has caused shock, confusion, and wild rumors across the internet. A penny people laugh at, a penny people throw away, a penny people swear sold for nearly $5 million. Yes, we're talking about the 1980 Lincoln penny. Before you scroll, before you doubt, before you say that's impossible, let me say this clearly. The $5 million story didn't start as a joke. It started because of one tiny detail that most people never check. Imagine pulling a penny from your pocket. Brown. Flat. Ordinary. You flip it over and think nothing of it. But what if that penny was never supposed to exist the way it does? What if it was struck wrong, on the wrong metal, with the wrong pressure, or with a flaw so rare that collectors would fight over it for decades? That's how million-dollar coin stories are born. Now let's slow down and talk reality. The Yiyao Lincoln penny was produced in massive numbers. Philadelphia minted pennies with no mint mark. Denver minted pennies with a small d. San Francisco minted proof coins with an S. Most of them are worth 1 cent. And I want to be honest with you about that. But value doesn't come from age alone. It comes from rarity. It comes from condition. And most importantly, it comes from mistakes the mint never planned. The 1980 penny is important because it sits in the copper era. These coins are made of 95% copper, unlike newer zinc pennies. That alone makes collectors pay attention. In worn condition, a normal 1980 penny is worth maybe 2 to 5 cents. That's the truth. But the moment condition improves, value changes fast. A clean, uncirculated 1980 penny can sell for $1 to $5. High-grade examples certified by professional grading companies have sold for hundreds of dollars. Now here's where the rumors begin. Collectors know that the most expensive coins in history weren't valuable because of the year alone. They were valuable because they were wrong metal, wrong strike, wrong planchet. There are confirmed cases where pennies from other years were struck on experimental or foreign planchets. If a 1980 Lincoln penny were ever confirmed on a wrong metal planchet, such as bronze from an earlier era or a transitional alloy that should not exist, its value would explode. That's where the multi-million-dollar speculation comes from. Not because every 1980 penny is worth millions, but because one impossible error could be. Now let's talk about real, documented errors that actually exist. Off-center strikes are one of the most common but valuable errors. If the date is visible and the design is clearly shifted, collectors will pay $50, $100, sometimes much more depending on how dramatic the strike is. Double die errors are another big one. Look closely at Liberty. Look at In God We Trust. Look at the date. If letters appear doubled or thick, that's not wear, that's a mint mistake. Strong double die pennies from 1980 can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Broad strike errors happen when the coin is struck without a proper collar. These coins look wider and flatter than normal. Collectors love them. Clipped planchets are another hidden treasure. If part of the coin looks cleanly missing from the edge, that's not damage. That's an error that happened before the coin was struck. Now let's talk condition. Because this is where dreams die or survive. A scratched, corroded, cleaned, or damaged penny loses value fast. Even rare errors can be ruined by cleaning. But a sharp, original, untouched coin with strong luster is a completely different story. Professional grading changes everything. A graded coin is trusted, an ungraded coin is questioned. That's why the highest prices always go to certified examples. Now let's address the $5 million headline honestly. No regular 1980 Lincoln penny is worth $5 million. Anyone saying that is lying or misunderstanding the story, but the idea exists because collectors know this truth. If an impossible error were discovered and confirmed, the value would not be small, it would be historic. That's why people keep checking. That's why people keep searching. That's why pennies are never just pennies. Because history shows us again and again that the rarest coins were found by ordinary people, in ordinary places, doing ordinary things. So the real lesson of the 1980 Lincoln penny isn't hype, it's awareness. Check your coins, learn the details, respect condition, never clean them, and never assume something small can't be valuable, because the next legendary discovery won't come from a museum. It will come from someone who looked twice, and that someone could be you. If you enjoy real coin stories, honest values, and hidden details collectors care about, subscribe to Coinverse Hub, because the next coin we explore might already be sitting in your pocket. Everyone has handled, almost everyone has spent, and almost no one has examined closely. The 2007 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. If there's no letter under the date, that means it was struck in Philadelphia. Millions of these pennies entered circulation, which is why people assume they're worthless. But here's the truth: value is not decided by how common a coin looks, it's decided by condition, rarity within the series, and mint errors. The 2007 no mint mark Lincoln penny is made of zinc with a thin copper coating. Because of that, these coins wear easily. Once the copper layer breaks, corrosion sets in fast, killing value. That's why truly clean examples are harder to find than most people think. In worn condition, a normal 2007 penny is worth face value. If it's scratched, dull, or showing zinc underneath, it's still just 1 cent. But the moment condition improves, value changes. A bright, uncirculated 2007 Philadelphia penny with full luster can sell for 25 cents to $1. High grade examples certified MS66 or higher have sold for several dollars and more. Now let's talk about what collectors actually hunt: mint errors. One of the most popular errors is the off-center strike. If the coin is clearly shifted and the date is still visible, collectors may pay $50, $100, or more. Double die errors are another big one. Look closely at the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If the letters appear doubled or shadowed, that's not damage, that's a mint error strong. Double die 2007 pennies have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on clarity and grade. Broad strike errors also appear on some 2007 pennies. These coins look wider than normal and lack a proper rim. Collectors love them. Clipped planchet errors are especially exciting. If part of the coin's edge looks cleanly missing in a smooth curve, it's not damage, it's an error from the minting process. These can sell for $50 to several $100s. Strike-through errors are also possible. Grease or debris blocked part of the design, creating weak or missing details. These coins can be worth $25 to $150 or more. Condition still matters more than anything. Two 2007 no mint mark pennies can look similar at first glance, but under magnification, one may show wear and corrosion while the other looks sharp and untouched. That difference can turn 1 cent into real money if you believe your coin is special. Professional grading is the next step. Certified coins sell faster and for higher prices because collectors trust them. So is the 2007 no mint mark Lincoln penny rare. Most of them are common, but rare examples absolutely exist, and they are found by people who pay attention. That's why checking your change still matters. That's why modern coins are exciting, because they're still being discovered. So before you spend that penny, take one more look. Check the surfaces, check the lettering, check the edges, because sometimes value hides where no one else is looking. If you enjoy learning about real coin values, mint errors, and hidden money in everyday change, subscribe to Coinverse Hub, because the next coin we explore might already be in your pocket.